exactly. You're right.
Oh man, I would have been
all crying.
Yeah. And now
My
here we
dad the other
are
day.
talking right now, which is crazy. And we're running out of time, unfortunately, but that makes me, there's a few reflections I want to talk about on what you said. First is grace. Like, I really see a lot of grace in your life where, for example, you saw the lowest of the lows, but somehow you never went all the way under.
Right.
You always had your mom. I can see you love your family with your kids, and you always had something, even though it seemed like at that moment it's like, dang, because like I said, I know the
Right.
feeling a little bit, but it seems like you always had this grace like covering you. The second reflection, though, and this is a big reason why I want to interview you, is that I feel like the system failed you because of who you are and where you were. And that goes back all the way to White Pine, even
Mm-hmm.
Westdale and Heritage. No one told you, not about told you, no one really told you that you're great. No one told you, no one helped you set ambitions.
Right.
As an athlete, I was an amazing athlete. And no one told me, hey, you can even go to college and play sports, which is crazy because I'm like ranked in the nation. And ain't no one
Oh
telling me,
wow.
right, like in the
For
nation, and
real?
no one's telling me, hey, you can go to college and play sports. And so I did three sports, and I only went to college for the third sport because the first two I didn't know I could go to college for those sports, and that's free
Oh
education.
wow.
That's
Right.
free education. So I went for my third least favorite sport and participated in university for that. But I knew to be a black woman in Saginaw, they weren't trying to tell you to be no athlete even. They didn't try to tell you
No.
to do nothing. And I
Do nothing.
realized that when you're young, you need to have ambitions. First of all, you need to see the ambition and then take the ceiling off of it. Like I'm not trying to like bring race into it like that, but there's no other way I can say it. With white kids, they say you're gonna be a doctor. They don't really
And they
put
gonna
that
be a
on
doctor.
you as a yeah, right, exactly. They are going to be a doctor. But as a black woman growing up in an environment like Saginaw, especially Saginaw Township, they didn't put ambitions on you like that. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I saw when they came to the school fight. That's why I saw the way that they handle it. I didn't know about the situation at White Pine. They were always really just trying to bring you down. They weren't treating you like a kid. They weren't putting those
Right.
ambitions and pouring it into you. And then here's the other, I guess, reflection is that everything is byproduct. And so
Mm-hmm.
everything's a byproduct of a byproduct of a byproduct of a byproduct. All of the stories that you told is a byproduct of them not setting those ambitions when you were younger.
Yeah.
And that's, for me, that's unfair and that's an injustice. And there is generational curses, but there's also that social injustice that you had to
Mm-hmm.
experience. It was subtle. It's not like they were blatantly racist necessarily. I mean, in my point of view, it is blatant, but it's not, like nooses and stuff like that,
Right.
or like crosses on the
Right.
front lawn or something like that. But it's because you're a black girl in this environment, they overlook you. First of all, they
Mm-hmm.
treated you like, I don't know, like an adult when it comes to fighting. It's like, oh, you're crazy, like an adult, and they didn't
Right.
treat you like a kid. That, like, I need the same kind of grace that you received from God, but you didn't receive from them. So
Right.
I knew in my own life that, like, I mean, we're all talented because we're kids, we're young, we have a lot of talents, but they never really poured into those ambitions and showed us the ceiling and
Right.
then went beyond that. I broke the school record in the 400-meter dash the first time I ever ran it. So it's like school was
Wow.
like 18 years old, and I just ran in there, never ran the race before in my life, and just shattered the record. And then after that, they never told me, like, that's not that fast. Who you beat was some mediocre white boys. They didn't tell me
Right.
that, like, you should even go faster. So I was like, oh, I thought I'm fast because I ran here, and still got me far, but I could have gone so much further. When I look at
Right.
you, is that I'm like, Taria was never stupid. Some stupid people is like, Taria was never stupid. And if she's at home, that
Right.
means she knows how to
Smart.
work. No, that's not a compliment. It's like she wasn't really stupid. It's like, but I didn't see her like in no honor classes or nothing like that, and I wasn't in no honor classes either. But
Right.
it's like I bet they didn't set her. They didn't set her up for success. They didn't say, "Oh, you are."
No.
No one told you you were smart. You know, no one told you you were
Right.
beautiful back then. They didn't treat you like that. And byproduct of a byproduct of a byproduct
Yep.
after that. That's for me, that's an injustice. And that's why I think your story is very important, because I don't think the average, not the average, I don't think no one in our school, in our graduating class understands your story like that. What you had to go through, their reality is completely different. And it's different than mine too, because I'm a man. And so they at least want me to be a ball player, you know, and I'm like, okay, I'll hoop then. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I guess I'll hoop then, because they told you can hoop. They didn't tell you nothing.
No.
And all you
They
had was
didn't.
your mom. All you had was your mom, and she only knows so much because they didn't tell her nothing.
Oh, right. That's why I tell my kids everything and more.
Mhm.
And they
Mhm.
ask me all the time, Mom, why are
Mhm.
your mentors millionaires?
Mhm.
Why you think?
No
But
ceilings.
they're millionaires that started from the bottom. They're not just millionaires that they got that
Privilege.
inheritance.
Yeah, inheritance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, these are millionaires. I follow Coach Stormy. She's one of
Mhm.
my mentors.
Mhm.
She was used to be a stripper from
Mhm.
Miami. You know, she made $1 million, $2 million, lost it, made it back. You know, now she got 24 millionaires up under her that she mentored to become, and they all of color, not just black,
Yeah, not just black.
Latino. You know, and I that's something I look up to. You know, Eric Thomas, another one from Detroit. He was homeless. You know, Ty Lopez, another one. You know, I could go on, but those are the people that I look up to now because they tell me I'm great.
Yes. And no one was telling you that.
No.
Not
It
even
took me, I'm
close.
40 years old.
And you're 40
It
years
took
old.
me 3 years ago to know that I was great.
Because as a kid, you only know what you know. How can I
Yeah,
understand something I don't know because no one had told me before?
absolutely. That's why I put that in my kids' head right now. Even my oldest daughter, I'm having some issues with her. She's 16 and
That's a
she,
hard time.
you know, she dragging me right now. You know, she giving me the mom blues. She keep running away.
Yeah.
She's just, you know, but at this point, I don't even know what to do no more. I just pray for her, and I say when the world whoop your ass, you be back.
Yeah, the environment though. And you know, I'm sure she had similar experiences at school too. They ain't telling her nothing. So
No,
no.
she get that from me. I tell her everything. I invest in
Exactly.
her. I buy. I don't just buy these Jordans and shit. No. So what you want? What you like? What did you ask me? So in school, what did you want to be? I wanted to be a pediatrician or a cardiologist. I asked them the same thing. So what do y'all want to be? I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have my own shop. Okay, what you want to sell? I want to sell because all my kids can draw except for one. She can draw, and my middle daughter can draw. And I said, okay, I done bought her all kind of lashes, bought her stuff to do the Crocs and stuff before the Crocs came out with all those designs and shit on it. What did I say? I was a trendsetter. So is my oldest daughter, same thing, but she don't have that like I do.
It's hard.
She lazy.
That part is hard though. Yeah, the T step.
So I told her I'm paving the way for you, but I could put the food in front of you, but I can't make you pick up your fork and eat it. I didn't bet it in the ambition in you, because I didn't have it. And I know if somebody would have put that shit in me, Daryl, when I was 13 and they age.
Exactly, right.
Oh man, I would have been a beast.
Yeah, because Like I said, you weren't stupid. You're beautiful. You're talented. You had so much going for you, but no one told you nothing. Was what I was guessing. I gotta go to the quick hitters because we got.